He's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Steeler defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. On 2nd down, Barber. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Romo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Barber on 1st and 10. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Romo. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. But there he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Up the middle they go with Barber. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Romo on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. At the 41-yard line. Running with Barber out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. It's Romo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
He'll get this to Ward. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also. Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield. In motion is Ward. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. Here's 2nd and 10. Fighting through. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. Here now, 3rd and a yard. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So they get the conversion on fourth, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run the draw with Barber. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't,
Oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Romo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Barber. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Romo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Our partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we have...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10.
21, Cowboys 10.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Barber is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw on second down is Romo. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Cowboys 17.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, that's Ward. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To the right side and complete to Washington. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize We can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Roethlisberger.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He had it jarred out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when you see their punter out there making a nice hit.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Romo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Romo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, here's Romo. He'll check this one down to Barber. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice...
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. That's Washington.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick. Oh, Barber loses it.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A run up the middle with Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They'll fake the give. Now Romo. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Out of the gun, Romo under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 19. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Cowboys 17.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Romo. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time for Romo on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Running it, Washington.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Through the middle of the field.
And finally taken down at the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Romo now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And on the left side, he's got Witten. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the air again, Romo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll run with Barber. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.